Do you see, or are you involved with from time to time cash for keys where you have these
Oh
problem
yeah,
tenants?
cash for
And
keys is gold.
and so what kind of, I interviewed another attorney who operates in San Francisco, specializing in evictions and such. And he was saying that it's fairly common that tenants would get $40,000 to $50,000 or so for property. And I understand why it makes sense economically. As a real estate broker, you increase the value of the property by 100 to 150,000 if you can do it. Do you see those cases happening? Do you see sellers willing to, or tenant owners willing to pay those kind of fees, or tenants able to hold off
So
that kind of money?
yeah, my guess in San Francisco is that their rent stabilization ordinance probably sets those dollars amount. I have personally never seen a cash for keys that high, even if you are in, and that's just me personally, I'm sure they're out there. But if you are in a rent stabilized property in LA City, the only amount that they're required to have, even at the highest amount, is somewhere in the $20,000. So
Right.
I have had clients. I had a realtor refer somebody to me that wanted to buy a property, and we were trying to do a cash for keys, and they offered somewhere in the 30,000 range and moving in this and that, and it was still declined. So
Yeah.
sure, I can imagine that you get them. And I bet you when you have some of those habitability type cases with the big apartment buildings in LA, those are probably closer to the 20, 30,000 range. But I've personally not seen any in the 50s.
Do you, as an attorney, negotiate those, or the client just brings you the deal kind of packaged together already?
It depends. A lot of times I think that it's always better for the parties to do it, because if you have an attorney involved, it becomes adversarial. Then they feel like they have to go get an attorney. So typically I console with them, and they go and have that talk, and then they negotiate it. I prepare the agreement, and then they present it.
When you say you prepare the agreement, so as a realtor, there's a California Association of Realtors form. Do you use your own? You have a custom form that you create?
Yes.
That you feel?
Yeah, I don't know what's in the car form, but especially if you have something that's in an RSO, and even not even city of LA, but if you have Burbank or Glendale, they have very specific language that has to be in the cash for keys. And then they have to be provided to the board. And so I'm not, my guess is the car form is very generic, and wouldn't have all of the different jurisdictions, because there's at least 10 cities that have special language that you have to have in your cash for keys.
Probably and growing every year.
And
If you say it's 10, it might be
growing every
11th. Yeah, it might be 11th after today, right? Who
Right.
knows what's.